GhostBSD comes with Firefox as default. Now, that's a very capable and well-known browser, but if you were looking for something else, it's got a few alternatives as well. So in this video, we'll have a look at about 5 alternative web browsers for GhostBSD. Right, first up is Waterfox, and this is a nightly build, so it's kind of like the cutting edge or the latest version. It is Firefox based, and you can, as it's just popped up there, you can actually import from your existing Firefox browser if you wish, some bookmarks, etc. It's laid out slightly different to Firefox. I like the inclusion of the right hand side little like an index thing there, so you can just jump straight to the settings that you need. I mean, that's a very good touch. But it's just basically got all the settings that you might be used to in Firefox. There's nothing different. It's all very well laid out. It's all very nice. I think the appeal of Waterfox is that it's almost a stripped down version of Firefox without all the stuff that you don't need. But apart from that, it is Firefox, but a lighter version. It's still actively developed, and so that's a good thing. So, in this video, I'm going to test a few things out with the browsers, and Waterfox is no different. And if we have a look at the menu itself, yeah, looks all very familiar. Let's go down here. Everything's in place as you would expect. You got extensions and themes, and you can do all the things that you're normally used to. And if we have a look at the About, and it's version 140.6.0 ESR, so it's based on Firefox extended release. And first we're going to test out the WebGL, see how that runs on Waterfox. It should run okay. Everything feels smooth as I scroll up and down there. So clicking on the fish tank one, usually it does like to punish my system a little bit. It's not the fastest. And we're on 500 fish at 60 FPS. We're going to click down to 1,000. 5,000 is going down to about just over 30 FPS. I think if we go down any further than that, it will obviously slow down even more. But that's not too bad. It's not fantastic, but it's not too bad. And then we're going to have a look at Acid Test 3. I know probably people don't use this anymore, but I like to just occasionally test things. A 97 out of 100. Okay, that's fine. Next, we're looking at Tor Browser. I mean, it's part of the Tor kind of like encryption or security tools that you can get. I don't use Tor. I don't really need to use Tor. But if you need to, it comes fairly highly recommended. Again, it's based on Firefox. But it's more security oriented as this one, of course. I think it already comes reconfigured, so you can just connect. Tells you the safety level at which you're connected at. And there's your settings. I'm not going to alter anything on here. If you know what you're doing, you can dive straight in there and change what you need to. I'm not going to change anything. The menu again, just like Waterfox, is predominantly Firefox, really. Do we have an About? Okay, so it's Firefox Browser branded, and it's version 15.0.3, and based on Firefox 140.6.0 ESR. So it's the same as Waterfox, basically. If you don't connect to the Tor network, I think and we're just going to test this out, I don't think you're going to get very far. So if we just type in acid test in the menu, yeah, It says it's not going to let you do it until you connect to Tor. So, yeah, we're just going to click connect. I've not configured anything. Establishing connection. Ooh, this is very good, isn't it? Oh, and there we are. So, now we're going to test a few things out under Tor. See if that has any impact in performance. I would imagine it'll be the same as Waterfox when it comes to WebGL, but we'll have a look in a bit. So there's ACID test 3, or ACID 3 test. Gives you a warning that it's not secure, which is good. It's not good that it's not secure, but you understand it's good that it gives you a warning. We'll connect to it anyway. And that one comes out on 95. Right, so I'm going to test WebGL. And feels a little bit sluggish loading up there. 500 it was 60,000. 5,000 it's 30. Yeah, it's probably about the same. As expected. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's Tor. And now we're going to test, because we're on Tor, we're going to actually test browser audit and see what this comes up with. I should have done Waterfox, but you know, it'll be the same amount, no doubt. Speed through the test. And we got 397 and 34. Okay. Next up, we've got DeforaOS Browser. I don't think this is based on Firefox, which would be make a change. It's very simply laid out. It's very easy to navigate. I like it for that. It feels lightweight. And if we look at version, it's 0.3.1. I don't know if it's still actively developed. It says 2018, so maybe not. And with WebGL, oh, that really does feel fast. So we'll click on this to see how it works. Oh dear. Well, maybe. It depends. Oh, well, 500, we're on 17 FPS, so that's not going to really be any good. 5,000 will give us, did I click it? 876. Oh, dear me. That's not going to win any prizes, I think. But apart from that, it does feel a very nifty little browser. And it's got 96, okay, on the ACID test. And using browser audit, we'll see what it scores. I'll show you a little list at the end of all these, a little table showing how each one scored, just so we can remember. $390, no, 402, and 29. Okay, so yeah, that's DeforaOS Browser. Right, next up we've got Dillo. Now Dillo is extremely lightweight. Most of its configuration is in a text file Dillo, as it were, or Dillo RC. Dillo. Did I say that? But yeah, and I don't think it does JavaScript or anything like that, so a lot of perhaps modern sites are not going to look too good. The manual is comprehensive and it's built in, which is I like. And it's extremely fast to browse. Unsurprisingly, it comes with really no overheads that you have to allow for, and as you can see, it's just things just pop up on the screen straight away. I mean, to some extent, it's how browsers used to be in the early days. And I think that's part of its charm and part of its strength, I think. Some well-scripted websites will work nicely. Other ones that rely on perhaps a lot more modern features are not going to work too well, if at all. So, in the test that we do, I don't think it's going to do very well. We'll give it a go anyway. And it uses DuckDuckGo as default search engine. So look for WebGL samples. Well, the page pops up, but as you can see, there's nothing else on there. Which, yeah, I didn't think there would. Okay, well, we're going to have a look for Acid Test 3. Nope, because no JavaScript, of course. That's not going to work. The strength of Dillo is its simplicity and its speed. If you're looking at, if you want to browse some HTML files or manuals or whatever on anything, it will work wonders. And traditionally crafted websites will work as intended. Anyway. Next up, we've got Double. Again, an independent browser. It's I love the menu there. It's all like icon rather than just text, which is nice. I like that. You've got the standard features, your downloads, and you got a built-in blocker, I think, which is pretty cool. The search bar at the top, or rather the address bar, and these usual controls. And we're on version 2025.11.25. And it's made with love, apparently, which is lovely. And it's based on Qt 6.10.1. Right, so, and also one thing, it's actually licensed, BSD license. The 3-clause license, which is a nice touch. So that sits well with me, does that? Right, so let's have a look what this one can do. So having a look at WebGL samples. Yep, it scrolls, it feels nifty that way. Loads up quite fast, that's a good sign, I like this. And at 500 fish, we're up 60 FPS. 1,000 fish, still 60. 5,000, 60. Okay, good. You got 10,000, we're at 60. Oh, looking 15,000 drops down to 50 plus, which is good. 20,000, we're at 41. 25,000, we're at 34. We go all the way down to 30,000. We're at 28. Not too bad. I like this. This is a good performer. Double, yeah. Quite acceptable. So, and then we have a look at Acid Test 3. Acid. I like one of the servers, Acid Reflux. We're going to have a look at Acid Reflux. Then we click on that. And 97. We're going to go to Browser Audit and see what this one does. Test me. Speed through as usual. All right, 398 and 33. Very good. That was doable. Excellent browser. Next, we've got Eolie. I don't know how you say it. It's a rather unusual browser. It's laid out slightly different. You've got a little menu at the right-hand side there. You can show ads and show pop-ups, and I think it's very security-oriented. It can allow audio or unallow audio, which is good. So it does all kind of funky things with them. You got night mode as well. Doesn't seem to do much. It's already dark, so I don't think it will actually show anything. You got there's our menu. You got a home page, which is located there for some reason, and you've got the refresh and bookmarks and new tab. They're not laid out in the conventional manner, so you have to get some used to getting used to that. We'll have a look at WebGL, of course, and that. I like on the left-hand side it shows you your tabs which are open. Yep, it feels responsive coming down there. Click on this one. Not as quick as Double, but we'll see how it works. Oh, I can already tell at 500 fish you're down to 16 FPS, which is not good. Should I click any further down? Nah. So next is the acid test. Again, some people are like, well, why'd you bother doing this? Well, I kind of like it. It's something that I used to use a long time ago, and I still go back to it. We're on 96. All right. And then browser audit. Just to get a score. It's good to have some kind of benchmark to measure all the different browsers. And click on Test Me. .402 and 29, okay. That's good. And that was Eolie, I think. Eolie. Next is Falkon, which I'm sure you've heard of. I've never heard of Eolie, but Falkon I have. Falkon's been around quite a while. I kind of like it. And again, it's got a rather familiar looking menu at the right hand side there. It's laid out in a relatively standard format. Have a look at About Falkon, and we're at version 25.12.0 based on Qt 6.10 and 1. So it's still actively developed, which is always nice to see. And WebGL. Again, it scrolls up and down fairly quickly, which is not really an indicator of anything I've come to learn, but no. Oh, that's relatively quick. It might be on par with Double, actually. You're just about 60, and 1,000 with just about 60 FPS. 5,000, 60 FPS. Ooh. 10,000, 60 FPS. 15 going down to 50 plus, just over 50. 20,000 we're down to 40. It's kind of steady. 25,000 with 32. And 30,000 we're on 28. So yeah, another good that's another good performer. And with acid test we're on 97, so that's not too bad. Oh, okay. Decent. And how secure? Diddly lily. Be through this. Okay, 401 and 30. And that was Falkon, a good performer, alongside Double, I think. Yeah. There are other browsers I've not tested, of course. I haven't tested Chromium. I did Waterfox, but I didn't do Firefox. And a few other ones. If I forget to mention them, I do apologize. But yeah, there are alternative browsers for GhostBSD and FreeBSD that you can use. Performance on each one depends, really. Each one's got their strength and some weaknesses. But I think almost every piece of software's got that. But it's good to have choice, and the default one that GhostBSD comes on, which is Firefox, is a good choice. It's a good all-round robust browser. There is some concern that they're wanting to implement AI into it into the next few releases. I'm not sure about that. So if you're after an alternative, I would say perhaps Double or Falkon. All right then. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, you found it in any way interesting or informative or any kind of anything like that, consider giving it a thumbs up, please. If you give one or two of my videos a thumbs up, then consider subscribing. That really helps. And if you do subscribe, then please hit that notification bell, because then it lets you know when I release a new one, which I will start speeding up soon. Just I'm very, very busy at the moment. And if you could also, which really helps the channel out, because this channel's unmonetized, I don't make money on the videos. If you leave a comment or like or share or the usual kind of engagement, it really helps YouTube recognize the channel, and then it helps spread the word. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.